Hey, we're the Past Seekers, and we're going on a journey to the past to the Battle of Gettysburg. Here's Abe Lincoln.
That from their honored dead we take increased decision to the cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government of the people, by the people, for the people shall not perish from the earth.
That was Abraham Lincoln, and after Abraham Lincoln, we're going to go back into the past after the Battle of Gettysburg so we can interview some of the generals and see their experience. First general we're going to be interviewing is the famous Confederate General Robert E. Lee, being interviewed by Addison Avery.
Hey, I'm Addison. This is Robert. I'm going to interview him. How did the Confederates feel about Lincoln's decisions during the Civil War?
Well, we were very mad, which led to secession and then the Battle of Gettysburg.
Well, what were some advantages that you had?
Well, we had better military leaders, like myself. We were fighting in our homeland, and we had slaves to run farms, and we knew the territory well. So.
What were your disadvantages?
We didn't have any foreign aid, and we're not recognized as a country yet, so there aren't as many soldiers. But we relied on trade, and they blocked our ports, which was very, very important.
Well, that was kind of bad. What were your thoughts/emotions when you met the Union outside of Gettysburg?
Well, I never give up a fight, even though I had a heart attack like 2 days before it. But I'm supposedly invincible, that's what people say, so I can win. Well, we've been through a lot of hard times, and we're really hungry, but we'll fight another day.
Why would you issue Pickett's charge?
Well, we were trying to get the destruction out of Virginia, my homeland, and attack a direct path to D.C.
How did Jefferson Davis's presidency go?
Well, Jefferson Davis's presidency didn't go so well. He made many dumb, careless decisions, and his personality was not suited for the presidency. His careless decisions led to many quarrels in the Confederacy.
Okay, well, that was our interview.
That was Robert E. Lee, and next up is the famous Union General, George G. Meade, and he's going to be interviewed by me, Lindsay. And here is George. Come on. So, do you think this battle was a success?
Well, it was a success, but many people died on both sides, so it was really good to see, Confederates go away, but, it was terrible.
What advantages did the Union have during the battle?
Well, we had more troops, better industry, and strong leadership under President Abraham Lincoln.
What was some of your thoughts, emotions when you met the Confederacy outside of Gettysburg?
Well, when I commanded the Army of the Potomac, supposedly fighting the invincible Robert E. Lee. And while my father wasn't a very good merchant, I wanted to bring the family full circle.
What was the Union's goals, and did they reach the goals?
Well, the Union's goal was to unify America at first, but then it changed to abolishing slavery and uniting under a slave-free Union, which we did.
What were some of the weapons used by the Union during this war?
Well, we used bayonets, swords, revolvers, rifles, muskets, and cannons.
So that was Lindsay Beal and General George, and yeah.
The Battle of Gettysburg started when Robert E. Lee made his second and last offensive move against the Union. This attack occurred in a small Pennsylvania town.
75,000 Confederates and 85,000 Union soldiers were fighting. The war had 16,000 men total, and it was 3 days long and the bloodiest war in the Civil War.
The Battle of Gettysburg began on July 1st, 1863, with small units known as the Army of Northern Virginia, led by Robert E. Lee, and the Army of Potomac, led by Major General George E. Meade.
On day 2, there were the Battle of Little Round Top, the Peach Orchard, and Wheat Field, also Cemetery Ridge and Cemetery Hill.
On the third day and final day, Pickett's Charge happened. The Union won Pickett's Charge and in turn the Battle of Gettysburg.
And that was the Battle of Gettysburg! Whoop-de-doo!